here's a compilation of tips and things you didn't know to make you better at Minecraft. Also, make sure to subscribe, and I might make a part 2, but you have to subscribe. Since I always say how slow minecarts are, here's your Minecraft transportation guide. First of all, when going long distances, you should always travel in the nether, because 1 block traveled there is 8 blocks in the overworld. The fastest travel is called the piston bolt, but it uses a ton of materials and isn't much faster than the ice boat, which goes 40 blocks a second. But what a lot of people don't know is that using blue ice brings this to 73 blocks a second. But blue ice is crafted from 9 packed ice, which are crafted from 9 regular ice, meaning you need 81 ice for 1 blue ice. Or you could just find a rare blue iceberg and get enough for the easiest land transportation. Now, if you ever want to go upward, use a ladder. If you want to take forever, or use a boat elevator of glass panes 3 blocks apart to get to world height in seconds just by clicking. Or, you know, just using Elytra for everything, very balanced. Hey, I got 2 words for you. Bone block. These things are super underrated. They're crafted with 9 bone meal and don't do anything, but they can be uncrafted into 9 bone meal. Now, when most people need bone meal, they'll kill some skeletons, when you could literally just go to the nether and break 1 fossil for 3 stacks of bone meal. And if you have mushrooms or 1 sweet berry and 1 dirt, you can get infinite food in the nether with these. But that's not even the best part. When you place them, they make a neat sound. Chest boats are literally the best item in Minecraft. The boat is already really underrated. It's the easiest method to fast travel, but does much more. You can boat off cliffs to negate fall damage, or just boat clutch. You can parkour with it, whether it's making longer jumps or jumping across lava with them. Now, you might think the chest boat is just the same thing with a chest. Well, it is, but it does some more. You can use a chest boat to feed 9 hoppers at once, or use it in your roof as a secret chest. But the best thing is by turning on hitboxes and lining it up on the very edge of a tile, so you can piston down blocks, leaving this hitbox sliver. This will be invisible, but can be opened into a secret vault anywhere in your world. If you've ever played on a Minecraft server, you know that the chests in your house aren't all that safe, so most people will have a secret chest underground. But it takes annoying amounts of time to get to it, so here's some secret chest spots in the open. First is by far the best, lava chests. Just find a lava pool and place chests inside, then you can easily access them while not visible. Next is waterfalls. Find one in a mountain, break behind it, and place your chests for a full storage room. Now, most people know about red mushroom houses, but no one considers ice spike houses, and when multiple spawn together, it could work well. But for the best and stupidest one, if you have a badlands near spawn with that one minecart that everyone runs by because they know it's been looted, put all your best stuff in there. No one's gonna check it, trust me. I just discovered a feature that I've never seen before. Most people know that wearing leather boots makes you able to walk over powdered snow, but no one really uses them because it's the worst armor, and it's not very often you encounter powdered snow. What's less known is that leather boots make you immune to snow damage. But what nobody knows is that with leather boots, you can swim up powdered snow. This makes for an exit only you can go through, since no one else will have leather boots or even know to use them. And you can crouch while going up, so put this in a hallway and no one will know where you went. The best weapon in Minecraft is redstone ore. I'm serious. Redstone has this weird quirk where walking on it lights it up and produces these red particles. And for some reason, making a tube around it and throwing a bottle o' enchanting on it will make it produce a lot of particles. And with more XP, even more particles. Meaning you can set up multiple and hook up droppers filled with bottles from villager trades to create so many particles it lags your game. With just 8 and a flick of the lever, my god PC went down to 2 FPS, meaning you can easily kill anyone. And the only counter is turning off particles, meaning it will only affect your opponent until they can change it. I just made the best vault in Minecraft. You probably think I'm gonna show you an obsidian box with some lava or TNT around it, but these can be found because they're visible. Now you're probably thinking, well, how do you make a vault invisible? Blocks are visible. Well, chests and shulker boxes disappear after 64 blocks, meaning you can hide them in plain sight, but it's only hidden until someone gets close enough and steals all your stuff. So there's only one place it can go: the sky. die. If you make a chest platform at height limit above an ocean, no one will ever see it, and you can elytra up and get your loot anytime. Here's a stupid tip for you. So you know powdered snow and how you can walk on it with leather boots? Well, this makes it unique because it's essentially a block, but is used like an item, not having to pick it up when broken. And this means we can do something cool. Have you ever been chased and towered up, but then your enemy breaks up beneath you? Well, with 2 buckets of powdered snow, you can tower, then collect the bottom one and place it on top to go higher, infinitely. Now, you might think this would take way longer, but with a lot of practice and the perfect angle, you can do this just as fast as regular blocks and leave no trail. I just made the most hidden secret base with one thing: lava. Lava is unique because you can pass through it, but you can't see through it, and touching it will kill you. Unless you put a sign, then water under it and go through quick enough. But going through a surface lava pool would be a bit sus if you were being chased. So if you find an open cave that you can quickly fall to lava level in, you can make a bunker below multiple lava layers down to bedrock, meaning you can quickly enter and be at bedrock level below lava so no one will know where you went. I guess until now. I just found something weird about the honey block. The honey block is made from 4 honey bottles, which you get from... I have no idea how to get honey, I'm gonna be honest. But that's not what's weird. For some reason, you can shoot projectiles through the edges of honey, and this goes for everything from ender pearls to tridents to arrows. But there's more. It's really awkward shooting on these block intervals, but with campfires, you're at the perfect height to shoot through the top. And you can't shoot back the other way because you don't have a campfire to stand on, so it's basically a one-way shooting range. String is pretty underrated, but not this string. This string. The tripwire kind. What makes it special is it's the only block you can walk through but can't place blocks on. Now there's things like signs and pressure plates, but these have to be placed on something. String can float by itself, meaning you can do some weird stuff with it. Say you have a trap with a 1x1 hole. Now a pro would put crafting tables on the side so you would have to crouch to block clutch. But an expert would put string so you literally can't place blocks and water would place above you. If you have a 1-block path in the sky and place enough string, they can't save themselves from being bowed off. And with just 1 spider spawner, you can basically get infinite. I am bamboozled, dumbfounded, flabbergasted. Yesterday I said that scute was pointless because the turtle shell that it crafts into just gives you a few seconds of water breathing. But the top comment is talking about this item that's from a mod, I guess, called the Potion of Turtle Master. Oh my god, it's a real thing. When was this added? Why does no one use it? It's actually kind of overpowered. It gives you resistance 4, which doesn't sound like too much. Maybe we'll tank some lava damage if you have decent armor, but no. It will tank the strongest attack, the charged creeper explosion at point blank with no armor. A god apple can't even do that. And the only downside is giving you slowness, which can be mostly cancelled by jumping. I just discovered one of the most underrated blocks. Some of the most useful blocks are those that can break in one hit, like TNT, scaffolding, honey, and slime blocks, because you can use them for traps or just to catch people off guard. But there's a bunch more for Efficiency 5 netherite tools like dirt, sandstone, and pumpkins, but a decent amount of people carry these tools, so they could exploit it too. But I recently learned that Efficiency 5 shears exist, which are really useful for 1 block: wool. Wool actually takes pretty long to break without shears, but with Efficiency 5 breaks instantly. Imagine fighting in a tunnel and being able to place blocks that you can break and your opponent can't. It's OP. I just found something insane. You might remember in old versions when you could find floating snow above caves and ponds in tundras, but in recent years this bug has been removed. Until I was strolling through a snowy village and saw this. When a village house spawns on a cave, they can spawn floating snow, and it's not pointless. You can place blocks around it and use it for a trap or a secret area that only you know about. Or depending on the generation, you can place a slab to go inside the snow and get X-ray in survival. Just don't let new snow near it. One of the most impressive feats in Minecraft is getting all of the music discs, but there's a trick to do it faster. 3 you must get in structures. Pigstep in the Bastion, disc 5 crafted from fragments in the ancient city, and other side found rarely in dungeons, strongholds, and ancient cities. Then there's the easiest 2, Cat and 13, found mainly in dungeons, but that leaves 10 more. These are all only found when a skeleton kills a creeper, which is already hard enough, but you don't get to choose what drops, meaning to get all of them will take dozens of tries. But there's one thing you can do. Shooting an arrow through lava makes a fire arrow, and fire arrows light TNT. And this is also true for skeletons. And if you get a hole with a bunch of creepers in it and get a skeleton to ignite TNT to kill the creepers, they all drop music discs. I just discovered a secret use for cauldrons. Some of the best traps in Minecraft are ones that make you fall to your death, killing you instantly, but the biggest counter is people MLGing. By putting blocks at the bottom like crafting tables or redstone ore, they can be harder, but they all have a good counter. Except cauldrons. What are the most common MLG methods? Water bucket places in the cauldron. Powdered snow places in the cauldron. Boats can only be placed on the tiny edges. Ladders can't even be placed on cauldrons. That just leaves uncommon blocks like slime and hay bales, but these are super hard to do because of the depth of cauldrons. And on top of an almost guaranteed death, you can also put hoppers below to collect the loot. I just found the most underrated biome. Not the desert with its structures or the mushroom island and its mobs, but the frozen ocean. You're probably thinking, literally, what redeeming quality does it have? Shipwrecks? Just go to a normal ocean. Ice? Just go to an ice spikes. Well, it does one thing better than all the rest. This is the best biome for hidden bases. Let me explain. The hardest part of a hidden base is the entrance, because a door is pretty obvious. And icebergs are weirdly shaped, having these little holes naturally, meaning you can find one that goes deep and create an entire hidden base that's completely open without changing the environment. Let's be honest, the Ender Dragon fight is really easy, but there's a couple things you can do to make it even easier if you somehow can't beat it. First, you have to break these crystals, which you can just do with snowballs, including the caged ones, and the tall pillars you can just climb with a water bucket. And if you just have good armor, you're not dying to the dragon, besides fall damage, making slow falling potions overpowered. But you have to look at a phantom. The only other thing that can kill you is the Enderman, and by wearing a pumpkin on your head, they won't attack you. Now I know, it's annoying, but put Curse of Binding on it to remove the overlay. In Minecraft, my first 5 iron always goes to the same 3 items. First is the water bucket, the best mobility until the elytra, letting you climb up any wall and survive any fall, as long as you don't suck. Next is the shield, because it costs 1 iron and is pretty overpowered. You can just negate the damage of any mob and all players with swords. But the last is the flint and steel, which is pretty underrated. You can get cooked food by lighting animals on fire before killing them, or use it to burn things like woodland mansions, or just use it for the nether portal. Just kidding, I was lying about all of that. I use it to make a minecart. Fortune 3 might be the best enchantment in Minecraft, multiplying your ores every time you mine. But there's other blocks it works on that always get overshadowed. Like gravel, normally drops flint 1 in 10 times, but with Fortune 3, it's 100% flint. Then leaves, which boosts stick, sapling, and most importantly, apple odds from 1 in 200 to 1 in 40. It also helps a lot with farming. Tall grass can drop up to 7 seeds, and a melon can drop up to 9, a full melon. Last is sweet berries going up to 6, and netherwort going up to 7. Here's the best Minecraft tip used in every world record. One of the lengthiest parts of any speedrun should be making a nether portal, because you need obsidian to make it and 3 diamonds to mine obsidian. But if you're a pro, you just need a water bucket and a lava pool. Buckets can be obtained with an iron golem from any village, or just a shipwreck, and lava pools can be found in just about any biome. Once you have these, find a flat edge of the lava pool, place 1 block and water next to it, then break the block to get something like this. Then put 4 blocks like this, and 2 more over here. Next put water here, then place lava around the edge and replace the bottom to get a full portal without any diamonds. You probably don't know all the uses of the fishing rod. Obviously, there's fishing, which can give you saddles or name tags, but mainly any enchantment, including mending, which you can't get from enchantment tables. What less people know is that you can fish other entities, meaning you can pull mobs or players to their death. Entities also include primed TNT and TNT minecarts, making them way more dangerous. But the most unknown, fishing rods can pull items, making them the only way to increase your pickup range and saving you in rare circumstances. There's a few Minecraft tips that I thought everyone knew, but turns out some people don't. Like 95% of people know that if there's annoying piles of gravel and strip mining, you can place a torch beneath and break them all. But to the 5% who don't know that, that was just epic. Here's another. You can actually craft suspicious stew and get different effects like fire resistance based on what flour you use. On the soup topic, if you have 1 bowl and find a mushroom, you can milk it and get literally infinite food. Also in mushroom biomes, mobs can't spawn. It's just overpowered. And for the last one, just like how you can crouch on magma to not take any damage, you can crouch in lava to not take damage. But everyone knows that one. Alright, if you learned something new, subscribe and I might do a part 2. Did you do it yet?